All right, everybody, I've gotten word that our next run, Lila's Sky Arc by Song of Soil, is ready. Take it away, Song of Soil.
Hello everybody, my name is Song, and today I'm going to be showcasing Lila Sky Arc. This is going to be a 2D, it's like a 2D isometric Metroidvania. We are going to be traveling through a bunch of different biomes. They're not really going to be like snow or grass. You're stuck inside of a little girl's mind as her mom has passed away. So she's escaped into her mind to understand what grieving is and to understand how to escape grieving to set herself free. So we're going to be going through a psychedelic world to liberate 4 animal spirits that represent different parts of her. And at the very end, we'll set ourselves free by fighting 6 different bosses as well. So with that, also thank you so much, Monolith of Minds. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you. For anybody who doesn't know, Monolith of Minds is the developers of this game, and they are in the chat right now. They are amazing people, and I'm really happy that they are here. So with that, we're going to start the run. I'm going to begin on start. So 3, 2, 1, start. So with this game, it has a very different combat system compared to to other games. So what I'm going to be doing is collecting items and putting them into a backpack. The reason why I'm going to be putting them into a backpack is I have to pull them out to throw them at enemies. There is no sword, gun, or magic in this game. Everything you find on the ground can be used as a weapon. And you're going to have to aim and actually hit bosses and enemies with them. We're going to be trying to fight as little enemies as possible, as we want to keep our resources for the bosses. So I'm going to be trying to maneuver my way through things. So as you can see, I'm picking up these small items and I'm throwing them. And there's also big items. I cannot pick up the big items, but I can throw small items at them to break them. When I break these items, you will see things fall out of them, ranging from weapons to what these look like gems or confetti. They're actually called invention, and they're what's this game's currency. And you're going to be using that to craft items later on, and they're also going to be used for purchasing upgrades as well. So as you can see, I'm no longer throwing the items, I'm now stashing them away, as I need to put them away into a backpack to use them later. And what I just did right there was collect 3 items to reconstruct Dr. Father Sir. aka DFS, but yes, his name is actually Dr. Father Sir, and I love what he says. He says Kavoita, and I don't know what it means, but I absolutely love when he says it. Kavoita. So with that, we are now going to head into the forest area, and I'm going to collect a couple more items. I'm going to be trying to also get a lot of currency. Just like in real life, this game wants you to have money. And we need a lot of money because we need to craft a lot of Titan Eye. And Titan Eye is this game's deadliest weapon. When it comes to, okay, so it's not, but it is. In the average game, casual play, it is not the strongest weapon. But in speedrunning terms, it is the strongest weapon that we'll be using. So we're going to be needing lots of money to craft them. The cool thing about Titan Eye 2 is that it can also drop from big pots and big stumps as well. So sometimes instead of getting currency, we will actually have chances of getting Titan Eye for free, which saves us, you know, grinding for money later on. So we are now in the Spirits of the Trees. This is Arc 1 of Arc 4. In this one, we're going to be fighting a boss called the Drummer. I'll explain more when we get there, but yes, that's what our goal is right now, is to make it to the Drummer. Each boss is based on something musical. You'll start to notice that, except the side bosses, which I will explain those when we get there as well. So those things that thing that I just broke, and actually broke one earlier, it looks like a floating red dinosaur. That is actually a piñata. They are born, if you've ever watched Rick and Morty, they're like Mr. Meeksies. They exist to accomplish being blown up, and that's all they want. They're very happy to be blown up, and they give you money for doing it. So their existence is pain, and we need to end it. Alright, and the next screen, I'm going to be breaking all of these small containers that I'm putting in my backpack. Is like I said, I'm trying to collect money. That bell that I hit alarms that dinosaur so I can climb over him to get over the bridge. We dropped another dinosaur with that bell as it moves around, and here comes our first skip. I'm gonna throw a pot, and I'm gonna try to make my way over here to get on this dinosaur instead of doing the puzzle the regular way. You usually have to hit 2 bells to get over, but if you're fast enough, you can get onto that other dinosaur and just get onto the other side. With all that complete, we're going to be making it into the witch's domain. We're not going to talk to her yet, but I'm going to be collecting these eyeballs that you keep seeing up here. I'll explain more about those when we actually return back to this area, but just know I need 3 eyeballs. I have 2 of the 3 that we're going to be collecting. And as I made it up to the tower, I turned my hair blue. In this game, you can change Lila's hair color, and each hair color represents a different ability. With her hair being blue, she gains double currency from items when they break. It has like a chance of getting double currency, and once again, as I said, in this game, we need money. So it's just a very good upgrade to have for your hair. So right now we're at 152 invention. I need about 200 by the time we go back to the beginning village. All right, and here's our 3rd eyeball, and that's gonna be the last eyeball that we collect. And we're gonna be heading into an area where I need to gather 3 dung beetles. These dung beetles are gonna move a big pile of poo. That's gonna drop off of a cliff, and we just need to get it out of the way. So here's one of the dung beetles. We're going to put them over here. We're going to drop them. And then we're going to also try to avoid these fox unicorns. They are absolute menaces. We have a health bar up top that's represented by the 4 petals on the flower. If I take damage, I lose 1 petal. The thing about this game is that there's only healing when you pass checkpoints. So me getting hit is really bad as checkpoints are kind of spread out. And these foxes are just the worst for beginning game. Okay, so we broke that. Oh my god, this is amazing. Okay, so I was going to explain something, but it already happened. This wisp right here is up in the forest, and you're supposed to follow her around for a second until she comes down into the room. But apparently, since she knows that a marathon's going on right now, she just came down to the room without me needing to follow her. She's like, all right, here you go. That just saved me a ton of time. Like, an amazing amount of time. Like 20 seconds. That never happens. All right, so we got 2 of the dung beetles waiting. We have this little bear that rolls around. We're gonna try to use him sometimes to speed up the process of getting her into this room, but it's all RNG based because he rolls around differently each time. But just as like I got a boost of her getting knocked upwards into the room, so that also saves a couple seconds. All right, with the dung beetle in hand. Also, thank you for the happy birthday. Thank you. I really appreciate it. I can't believe I'm actually running this game on my birthday. It's so awesome. But we have the second dung beetle, and we are gonna now head into the same. Okay, this is really bad. This is really bad. Ooh. Okay. Ooh, this is not the greatest. We're gonna save myself for later. I'm gonna kill him now, so I don't take damage right now and die. Because if we end up, you know, dying here, I will lose a ton of time, and we really don't want that. So I will take the intentional damage. Oh my god, he almost got me. Okay, I'll take the intentional damage right there. Oh man, I'm sweating. I have 1 health left, which is not great because there's a fox next to the ladder, and these foxes like to spawn camp the ladder if they know you're coming. Okay, we survived. All right, that's good. That's good. Okay. So, I'm trying to collect more currency. I am trying to concentrate, though, as I do have a little bit less health than I expected. Okay, we're good. We now have 2 health. I don't care anymore. Alright, I'm gonna go past this ghost, take the intentional damage, pick up this Titan Eye. There actually is Titan Eye that we can also find on the ground, which is another reason why we use them in the speedrun, as they become very common to find in certain areas compared to any other item that we could use. Also, we have 282 currency. This is absolutely amazing. So I'm going to be collecting Titanite as we are now approaching the boss. So you know you're getting close to a boss when you start seeing these enemies. These guys are part of the main antagonist group. I can't remember their actual names. I think they're just literally called the musicians. I'm not too sure. So there's a skip I can do right here if I can get him to damage me. Oh, I missed it. So if you take damage from that guy's cannon right before entering this room, since you have iframes active, the cutscene doesn't start with the monkey and it saves you a little bit of time. Okay, so before we fight the boss, I'm gonna now head back to the witch. So I have these eyeballs. If I give her an eyeball, she's going to give me items. The first item she gives me is something for Dr. Father Sir, but we don't need that. What I am going to do, though, is throw her an eyeball, pick up that present, so I can move around in the cutscene, so I save myself time. After you give her 2 eyeballs, she gives you Titanite, and on the 3rd eyeball, she gives you money. But instead of going through all 3 cutscenes, I was able to manipulate it to where I could do it all in one cutscene, saving precious amount of time. Okay, so right here, this crow that we found earlier, he actually is our salesman. He finds oddities and he sells them to you. The only things that we need from him is the backpack upgrade and the Titanite. Once again, the reason why we need the Titanite is it's going to be the item we use the most on killing bosses. And for the drummer, we need exactly 15 Titanite. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to head into the lab where Dr. Father Sir is. I'm going to head to the printer, and I'm just going to spend all my money, and I'm just going to buy a bunch of Titanite. And I'm just going to pick it up until I can't pick them up anymore. She'll say, I'm trying to pick them up slowly, so... Well, I tried to pick them up slowly so I didn't throw one of them, but I clicked the buttons too fast, so... We have a full backpack of Titanite now, and now we're going to head to the boss. So... We have 2 phases in this boss that we're going to be doing, but because the developers found out that people were able to kill the boss in the first phase, it ended up soft-locking the game if you killed him too fast, so they implemented a fix to where now you can kill him in his first phase. So what we're going to be trying to do is get his laser attack to go off and not his cymbals, because he uses a drum kit, so you want him to use his drum kit and not the cymbals. Because if he uses the cymbals, they have like a, I think it's like 30 seconds, which we got cymbals, that's okay, it's whatever. I'm just gonna play this safe, since he didn't give us a good pattern. Okay, so he's going into his second phase now. Since he didn't give us the drum kit, we couldn't kill him in the first phase. But we did, it was immediate right afterwards. So he's defeated, there was no second phase, boom boom. So with him defeated, he drops a thing called the Bone Root. The Bone Root is an item that gives Lila super strength and allows her to pick up big objects. So those vases that I was talking about earlier that I wasn't able to pick up, or like big logs that I have to throw smaller items at to break, I no longer need to do that, as now with this item, I can pick them up and throw them. It also allows me to move obstructions out of my way, which leads into my next topic about bosses. There is 4 main bosses and 2 hidden bosses. The 2 hidden bosses are for later in the game that you need to do, but because I know how to do them, the game doesn't stop you from just going and doing the endgame bosses now. So instead of going to do the actual second boss, we're going to do one of the end bosses. Which is why I've been trying to collect money, so I have enough for Titanite, so I can go destroy him really quick. So I'm going to break some of these pots real quick and try to gain enough money. I'm also going to heal at the bed, so I have full health. Look at that, free Titanite. We need that. Go around the farm. So the thing about this game is that it is very currency heavy, and it looks like we're getting some bad RNG on currency drops, but that's okay. It shouldn't be that big of a deal. I'm gonna grab this. Okay, we can make another 2 Titanite. We have 9. So that's not enough to kill him. We need, I think, 12. But with that, as long as I collect some other items along the way to the boss fight, we should be fine. There is a way to destroy him really quick. If I had 12 Titanite, you can soft lock him into the top of the screen, and it immediately kills him because he can't move. So you can just kind of bomb him like really fast, but it looks like that's not going to be a possibility right now. So hopefully we just get some Titanite. Nope, sad. No Titanite from those. But we do have one hanging on the tree, so that is a free one. And we're going to activate the boss. So this boss is going to float around the screen. And he's going to do it kind of in a slow manner as he spawns minions. And we're going to wait till he gets to the top edge where the bridge is at. Okay, so we don't have enough to kill him. So we're gonna have to wait for him to do his attack. He does this bounce attack where he, there we go, where items will start dropping out of the sky. Come on, get over here. And this should be the last hit. Nice. Okay, so one of the final bosses in the game is now destroyed, and he's going to drop what we call the banana. This banana, we're going to return to the monkey that you saw earlier, and that's going to liberate the first animal. So the thing is, though, you're not supposed to liberate animals to the very end of the game, but we're going to do them in order as we go through them. And what I just picked up is called a boot with a hat. So a boot with the hat is super speed. As long as I'm carrying the boot with the hat above my head, Lila will move at twice her speed, but I have to construct it first. So I'm gonna head back to Dr. Father's lab. I'm gonna use my super strength to open up the path to the second arc, and I'm also gonna construct a boot with a hat, so we can start moving faster. So with my super strength, I can move that out of the way. I can grab that. And this last part is going to repair Dr. Father all the way. And this will allow him to open up the gate to the mountain. So I don't forget, I'm going to say it right now, I need to go back to the monkey to give him the banana. I keep forgetting to do that in some of my runs, so I'm just going to say it out loud so I don't forget. Alright, so I'm going to head to the mailbox, and then I need to... Can I teleport with the boot and the hat? Wow, I did not realize I could teleport with the boot and the hat. So I just found out something. I don't even need to put the boot and the hat away to teleport. So that is the monkey vanishing, and now he is gone, and we can now move on to the second area. So the second part involves an elephant, and we have to get him what they call the peanut. Once we get him the peanut, he will become a happy elephant and be liberated. But before we do the elephant, we're going to race the cat slug god. For anybody who's ever played Rain World, saving the animals? Never! For anybody who's ever played Rain World, this is a call to the game. I have never played it, but apparently the main character is a slug cat. I have looked it up. It looks like a very fun game, and I definitely want to give it a shot. So with the boot and a hat, we're going to race this cat because apparently he's the fastest being around. And we're going to go around the house twice in a race. I'm going to run into these hands that have sticks pointing. Actually, I keep saying hands. They look like hands to me. I know they're not. They're flags. I can't believe I just said that. They're flags that we need to run into. And once we go all the way around and get to the last one, the cat will just explode, leaving a crater in the ground that leads to a cauldron that we can throw the peanut in later to turn the peanut into a happy peanut. This game is a psychedelic trip. I will say that. Is it a boot and a hat, or is it a hat on a boot? It's a hat on a boot. It's a hat on a boot. It's a boot with a hat. It has a green hat on it. I don't understand the idea for it, and I absolutely love it though. It's so weird. Okay, so this is the second arc, and what I'm going to be doing here is I'm going to be trying to avoid these menaces. These guys are an absolute menace to society. Okay, I need to... I really need you to come over here, bud, please. Please. Are you really glitched out right now? Dude, come on. Okay, this is going to be really bad. It looks like we're not going to get this... Okay, we got it. Okay, nope, but we died. That's fine. That's fine. I totally planned in a death at one point in this run. I just didn't have enough materials, so I was trying to manipulate him. But this actually works in my favor, to be honest, because when you die, things respawn, such as pots, and we were already really low on currency. So this actually is a very good thing that I end up dying, because RNG has not been in my favor. We were supposed to already have like over 120 right now, but we only have 75. So this is gonna help. All right, back up to the ladder. And with that pinata being destroyed too, I don't need to go that way, but that also leads to maybe more Titanite, because now the big crates that we passed up earlier will be respawned, and we actually don't have any Titanite either, because once again, RNG is just not... Oh, look at that, see? I asked and it gave. That's all I wanted, and it totally made my wishes come true. All right, you can hit me, I don't care. I just need money. He just saved that crate. He was like, you ain't breaking that crate, bud. So those are rollers, and you will see a lot of them in this level. They, they are the bane of my existence later on, because we have this puzzle that we have to do. And there's two of them attacking you the entire time you're trying to do the puzzle. And like I said, because we try to save our resources for bosses, we don't have any items that we can use on them. Also, we are just getting really bad currency drops right now. So we have to just survive their onslaught while doing the puzzle. So I just went down this hole, and it's actually called the rabbit hole, which kind of gives a foreshadowing that we will be running into a rabbit as one of the animals, which you are correct, we will be running into a rabbit. But he's the last animal that we liberate. Okay. We are now heading into the city area of... I don't know what to call the city. I just call it the pineal glands city, because that's all you see walking around are a bunch of eyeballs. And I'm assuming are supposed to represent your third eye. But I'm going to be collecting small crates as well, because we have a pinata coming up that I need to... So to explain this area, we have a set of puzzles that we're going to be manipulating bees to complete. We have to pick up these bees and throw them into hives, and after we throw them in the hives, they will construct miniature little baby bee trails to move platforms. So I'm going to throw it, and there we go. I don't get how the queen gets so big compared to those little small bees. So this one, there's actually a little skip that you can do. You can use one of the bees to activate the elevator while you take the other bee on the same elevator. You're not supposed to do that, but if I can time it just right when I throw them, I got it. Okay. So it doesn't look like the bee's on the elevator, but it actually is. So that allows me to have both of them on there, so I can just skip having to do it one by one, saving 2 elevator trips. Okay, we got that done. We have one more puzzle to do before we complete this area, but I need to collect 3 crates, which I just did, because we have one of the last pinatas that we're going to be grabbing for a while, and we're almost at 200. So like I said, that's what we needed anyways. So the fact that we died and we're back at 200 is wonderful. And we have 2 Titanite as well, so that saves us 20 invention, which is the currency. So that's 2 extra Titanite that I can create, which is going to be awesome for later bosses. This is the coolest bee in the kingdom. We're just going to talk to them real quick. The way he talks. He's so posh. Okay, unlock the mailbox. And once again, we're just going to be breaking a lot of stuff, trying to find Titanite, but not getting it. In this next area, I have to dodge a bunch of rollers, and this is the puzzle I was talking about. There's going to be a set of rollers on each screen that we have to get around. I did not mean to talk to Death. So Death is actually our checkpoints. When I pass him, he refills our health and he saves our progress. Funny enough. Alright, so let's get around those guys. Grab another pinata. Okay, so this is actually really good. One of the rollers decided to come up here. So we only have one roller on the screen. Usually there's two attacking me. So that is... I have no words for that. This ended up being the easiest puzzle. I hyped it up and it wasn't even anything. They didn't even... They only hit me one time. Usually you go down to like 1 health and then you're like dodging them just trying to get that B. Also, that area had a giant in it. The giant tries to pick you up, but because we have the boot in a hat and we know how to manipulate the giant, he's not actually anything to talk about. He usually picks you up and sends you back to the beginning of the room that you walked into. Okay, I've never seen this guy come out of there. Once again, there's your bingo card for the marathon. I've never seen that happen. Okay. We are on to the second boss. Third boss. I can't call it the second boss anymore. It's the true second boss, but now the third boss in the speedrun. This is actually the hardest boss in the game. Funny enough too, because you're not just fighting one boss, you're actually fighting 5 of them. Wait, is it 5? No, it's 4. It's 4 of them. My bad. I lied. It's 4 bosses. Trying to make it sound like it's deadlier than it actually is. But they're all attacking you at one time during the final phase, which, as you can see in this game, we don't have a lot of defense. So just trying to survive 4 people attacking you at one time is very hard, while also trying to kill them really fast with having minimal amounts of resources. Okay, so we just need to... Are you kidding me? That did not just happen. Okay, so... These guys usually have like dog water aim, and they never actually get you. I was supposed to use the boot in the hat to get over to this platform before it disappeared, because these guys never hit me. But it looks like they're just having super aim today, because I'm already down to 1 health. So I missed that platform, wasting about 15 seconds. But what's nice is that we're at 300 currency, which means that the next boss fight is going to be immediate. We don't even need to do any kind of preparation. Okay, back to full health, because Death's right there. As you can tell, this is going to be the boss arena. There is a cloner right here. I'm just going to make a bunch of Titanite. I need to get 20 of them. But I also don't... If I make too many and I waste currency, that's a bad thing. Okay, so I have 20 of them, and I'm going to leave my boot down there. So the thing about this game is that even if you drop items, they still stay in their area. Okay, so 1, 2... 1, 2... 1... Now, while he's almost dead, I'm going to use these machines because they give you free items, and I'm going to stock up on... branches and as many Titanite as I possibly can. Okay, so he's done. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so when you kill the big guy, you need to be in the middle of the room. So both of these guys spawn on each side of you, and then you walk back and forth. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. We got hit once, that's okay. We're gonna let him go to that side of the room. We're gonna go over to this one now. Oh, look at this RNG! Oh, I'm just getting Titanized like crazy. Okay, so I need to hit him with a branch. Okay, I'm having the worst aim, but that's okay. I don't really care about the branches. Now that they're all on that side, I need to activate the Titanite. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh my god, we did it. Okay. And there was absolutely no issues whatsoever. We got really good RNG gem drops. The bosses responded in the ways they needed to, in ways that they appeared on the battle arena. So that fight went really well. and I have no complaints. I kind of thought I was going to at least die once. This was the death I was actually planning in the run, but we end up getting it through a roller, which cracks me up that a simple enemy such as a roller is what killed me and not the quartet. So in this room, it looks like it's going to like explode if we don't get out, but we actually have infinite amounts of time. So I'm going to clear up the floor so this thing can drop more items, and I'm going to be manipulating it to get free items so I can get free Titanite. Once again, the reason why is because we're trying to save currency, and I just need as many as I can get. But I also need branches as well. Titanite are better, but sometimes you just don't get lucky with that. I need to throw this and throw this. Okay. So it looks like I'm just taking a long time, but actually this saves way more time than farming over 200 currency. So now look, we have 20, which is perfect. And we also unlock the jump ability. My boot's right there. Pick up my boot, and we're good to go. So after you beat the quartet, a feather drops, and once you pick up that feather, it gives Lila the ability to jump across gaps, which now is going to lead us into the third act, which is going to be the Sky Act, which is we're going to be on floating islands, jumping from floating area to floating area, and trying to do puzzles involving items this time.
Speaking of currency, can I jump in with an announcement?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, everybody. Since we met that anti-chamber incentive so quick, we have a new incentive that has opened up. It is for Undertale. We get to hug the goat if we raise $200 at the end of the run, or by the end of the run. We have about 13 hours to do that, but go ahead and get donating. $200 is a lot, but if we raise that, we will have raised $1,600 for lead for this marathon.
That's incredible. Congratulations, guys. Seriously, that's super awesome. Okay, so right here, I'm making it to the fourth boss, and what I have to do is I have to stand here until it rains. It doesn't take long to rain. It takes like maybe 15 seconds for it to actually start raining. But once it does, the actual slug cat god will appear, and we have to fight him. So the one that we raced is actually the fake slug cat god, and this is the real god. This would be the one that you would fight towards the end of the game, but since we know how to activate him, we just wait right here. So he's gonna spit out little cat babies, but we're gonna, since we stocked up on items, we are just gonna sit here and just bomb him and hopefully be able to destroy him before he has time to retaliate. Boom. Okay. Boss is done. This is absolutely crazy. I'm getting insane luck today. I wasn't able to get a single run. Okay, so this is something funny. I didn't want to say this, but during practice for this game, and you can ask anybody who's in my chat, I couldn't complete a single run. It just wasn't happening. I wasn't getting any luck. I was dying at the worst times. I was getting absolutely terrible RNG, and I panicked. I was like, man, I have the run tomorrow. I haven't gotten a single practice run done. This is going to go awful. What? Nah, didn't even happen at all. It's just a blessing. So, with the peanut in hand, we now are going to head to that cauldron I talked about earlier. So after you race the cat, he explodes and this pit appears. When you go into the pit, there's a cauldron right here. If we throw the peanut in it, instead of it having a tear, it's now a happy peanut with a smile. You just can't see it because it got blocked out. Did I pick it up? I didn't pick it up. Oh my goodness, I almost walked out without the peanut. That text box blocks the peanut. So with that in hand, we're going to head back to the elephant and we're going to give him the peanut, and that's going to liberate him. So that's the second animal saved. And then we're going to head into the halftime of the game. I think it's actually a little more than halftime because the next area is actually pretty... It's just a lot of jumping. There you go, elephant. So sometimes if you mash A fast enough, you can move during the cutscenes. And if you leave the screen during the cutscenes, that flash that happens actually will stay on your screen forever. And even if you quit out of your game and come back in, it'll stay there, completely corrupting your save file. I found that out by mashing too quickly. Not a great idea. I highly discourage it. So with that, let's head into the final area. This is the last part of the overworld that we will see before we head into the rabbit den. So this is Spirit of the Sky, and there's going to be wind puzzles and also jumping puzzles now that we have jumping unlocked. All I need to get is about 200 currency, which we're at 189, which is super insane. I'm really glad that I died earlier. That sounds super weird to say, but I'm really glad that happened because we are stacked. So this jumping puzzle right here, this like jumping segment, never works for me. So it's probably gonna. Never mind. I'm gonna stop talking. Usually I have to do that like a couple times for it to actually work. But okay. And can you please work for me? But it actually ended up working for me now. So that is a pterodactyl that we're gonna see for 2 seconds, and then we'll never see him again. You can actually construct him in the in casual gameplay to find secrets, but since we don't need to find any secrets in any percent, we just use him for that part where they introduce it, and then we just never see it. Hopefully this goes well. Come on. Nice. Okay. So got across the gap, and now we're gonna meet the third animal spirit, the partridge. The partridge doesn't actually require a boss fight to liberate, which is really nice. It requires a it's a reference to Pico Nico, I'm pretty sure, is what the game is called. You'll see it later. We'll go to it after the boss, but for anybody who's ever played that game, it's a reference to that. So I'm gonna be taking these dandelions around the map around here. They take me up to certain areas that we're going to need to do puzzles for to construct a different Dr. Father's. Oh, I forgot to go. So in this area, I have to collect 2 items, one to power a generator and one to activate a circuitry. It's like its core. So I need to collect a cog and a core for the robot. And once I do, it'll activate itself. And once it comes back to life, we can, it'll blow up and we can move on to the next boss. I just made, oh wait, no I didn't. What am I talking about? I said I made a mistake. I was gonna go back for the item, but I don't need the item because I had a Titan Eye. And we don't actually need the Titan Eye right now because we're going to, use this to get free items. Okay, I need this. No, jump over, please. So with that one dinosaur down, we need to get this second one down, which takes 2 bells. And once both those dinosaurs are down, we'll take a north and east path. The north path will lead us to a cog, and the east path will lead us. Oh my God, I cannot speak. Will lead us to the core. They're really simple puzzles. They shouldn't take long at all. But once again, I'm going to manipulate this machine to get free items for the boss fight coming up. The pianist is probably the deadliest boss when it comes to like your risk of dying really quickly because it's a bullet hell boss. So if you're not good at dodging, you'll just get overwhelmed on your screen. Don't need these. Get them out of my way. I'm trying to save currency for later in the game because we have the final boss and we want as much as we can get with him. Backpack's full. What am I? Oh, I was like, there's no way my backpack's full, but it was. So with our backpack completely full, all items, and we have tons of currency left over, we are ready for endgame. We shouldn't need to do much of anything else other than just complete the rest of the game now. So this puzzle requires us to pick up this giant cog, but we have to get it through this wind puzzle. So we're gonna pick up these items and we're gonna throw it in front of the wind to make a path. Come on. There we go. Once the path is made, it'll blow us against the wall, but we can walk up. Boom, puzzle done. That used to take me forever to do because the physics in this game, throwing those items correctly, sometimes doesn't work out for you and they'll like bounce too far from each other, leaving gaps of wind. So it just doesn't work. Oh God, it gets so annoying. Okay, with that done, we move into the second puzzle. Oh, come on, come on. No, no. I tried so hard. Oh wow, that was actually really quick anyways. Oh, we didn't make it to the third one though. Once we make it across, the core will be on the other side. And this is the last major puzzle that we have to do. And it's not even like a puzzle at all. It's just a jumping puzzle. I just don't know what else to call these sections. Let's not hit the bell yet. Okay, hit the bell, grab the core. If you're too slow after grabbing the core, sometimes you'll miss the dinosaur, and it's heartbreaking as you can see how slow this dinosaur is. It'll sit over here on the ledge for a moment and then go all the way back. I have missed it during runs, and it's pretty much a reset when you're going for world record at this point. And it's pretty sad to be this far into a run to miss a dinosaur and have to and then have to reset. He's so cute. So this is the construction site. As it explodes, it opens up another path for us. That'll lead us to the main antagonist, group, the musicians, and it'll lead us to the boss, the pianist. This is the hardest part when it comes to the regular minions, as you have to ride these. I should be using my boot and hat. As you have to ride a platform. What am I doing? I went the wrong way. And they can actually jump on the platform with you, and because the platform is so small, there's no way of dodging. So if you get stuck on there with them, it's a death sentence for your health bar. So I'm going to try this as fast as I can so I have no interruptions of running into them. Okay. Get him over there. He broke every pot! That man is an absolute tactical genius. He jumped to stop my path from getting away from him, and that cost me a ton of time. Well, I can definitely say that that was smart thinking on his end. I'm trying to not let this other one jump, and he's gonna jump. So survive, survive. Okay. So my only way of defending myself is actually jumping off the platform into the middle of the air, so it rebounds me back. So I only got hit once. For some reason that guy wasn't registering me being there, so I was able to jump. I was able to bypass him, so that was really nice. The hat. The hat. And the partridge again. We're almost done. I am so excited. Okay, so the partridge is going to let us know that we shouldn't be continuing this war, blah, blah, blah. I know I haven't explained much of the story. The story in this game, like I said, involves a girl whose mother passed away, so she escapes into her mind. These animals are at war with the musicians. It's not really explained why. I guess that's kind of up to your interpretation. There is a bunch of letters scattered around in the game that they kind of give more detail into what's going on. But the letters are from her dad. I mean, are you writing to like your mom? And it explains that your dad wanted you to write the letters to your dead mom as a way to grieve. And you don't like it. Like, you end up not liking the concept. So I'm not sure if like they're supposed to represent him. I have no idea. So this is a mini boss. He'll sit here and try to hit us. I'm gonna try to escape his attacks by jumping off of the platform, so he can't attack me while I'm in midair, since he is relentless. Oh no, come on. I did not want to get hit. Nice, okay, escape. He's almost defeated. Oh, that was really nice. The platform ended up being there for us right when we got there. No, come on. There we go. Okay, so once we cross the piano, he's destroyed, and we move on to the actual boss. So this guy has two phases. The first phase is a bullet hell phase, and then the second phase is it's like a line dasher type thing where like, you have to stay in certain segments and dodge bullets by moving left and right. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh my god, okay. Woo! I was so worried I was gonna miss those branches. Okay, so this is the second phase. So with the second phase, what we have to do is we just have to hit him as fast as we can with these branches. Boom, he's done. Once again, we just got really good RNG. So usually you have to sit there and jump from piano key to piano key. And when you hit piano keys, they drop items for you, and you pick them up to throw at him. But because we pre-stocked our items, we were able to kill him really quickly. Wow, we didn't get any items that we needed. I mean, we got a free Titan Eye, so I guess I can't complain about that. And we unlocked our Banshee ability. So this ability allows us to scream and move larger objects out of the way, such as like these, I don't know what the actual name of it is. The little Easter egg island head things, that's kind of what they look like. I know that somebody told me that that is an offensive way of describing the island. I don't know. But that's what they look like to me. Thank you so much. I cannot believe that we end up defeating the pianist that quickly. That was crazy. Okay, so with that, the partridge is now going to tell us, good job, blah, blah, blah. And we have the option to liberate it, which we are going to do. So how we liberate the partridge is we head straight back to the farm. And we're going to head to where we fought the Wisp Lord. But instead of fighting, you know, the Wisp Lord again, there's a path that we weren't able to take earlier because we didn't have the Wraith Scream. Wow, no currency. But now that we have that unlocked, we have... I don't even need to collect currency anymore. We do not need currency. I am fully stacked all the way to the end game. Okay, so we are going to take our Banshee ability all the way over here. And we're going to use a full bar to get it to move in front of the stairs. From there, we'll get on this boat, and we're going to grab what I was talking about references Pico Nico. We have to feed it boxes, sheep, and anything else that we can find. After it eats enough objects, it'll poop out what they call the worm light, and we bring the worm light back to the partridge, and it'll liberate its soul. After we liberate the partridge, we need to do one more step before we do the final boss. He's so cute, though. He's aggravating to control because he likes to drag you left and right, which is annoying, but he's absolute. So we're going to drag him to these two vases right here. And it's all RNG on how fast he wants to eat these. Sometimes he'll like stretch all the way across the screen to eat objects, and sometimes you have to like go right in front of them. Sometimes he won't even eat the objects. He'll just stare at them and bounce around them and just like never eat them. But it looks like he's being a good boy right now. I also made sure not to break any boxes on my way to him. So then when I grabbed him, I could just lead him on a certain path. So by the time I reach the sheep field, he'll have enough food in his stomach to where he'll poop out the worm. I think he has to eat 3 sheep on top of all the boxes. So he'll eat that box. We'll get these 3 right here, and then those 3 up in the top corner, and then we'll head to the sheep farm, and then this part's done. Come on. Come on. There's one more right here. Nope. He does not want that vase. He does not like it. So we'll move on. Come on. I need you to eat these. You definitely need to eat these ones. Never mind. He did not care. Hopefully there's enough sheep in here. Okay, there was. So right there's the worm light that we'll bring back to the partridge. We'll drop him. So we're not even going to return him to his owner. We're just going to leave him in the field. We're really bad people. He's going to be like, where's my pet at? And we just left him to hang out in the sheep field. Up to the partridge we go. Pull out the worm light. So this part is very dangerous because if I do it too quickly, you can skip through the cutscene. But good thing that didn't happen. I made sure to grab the ladder so I didn't blind myself with the light forever. That is the last spirit that we will do in the overworld, and now we're going to head into the rabbit hole. So with this area, our Wraith ability becomes the most useful thing as it'll light up the underground, and it's also going to help us to move those giant blocks out of the way. This part is actually really quick, as we only need to go on the left path and the right path. I also didn't even equip my Wraith ability, which would come at me. I'm so glad I did not get hit while that happened.
Can I jump in real quick?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, I just want to remind everyone that we have the Windjammers arcade mode character choice bid war going on. Windjammers is coming up after Mega Man X in about an hour or so after this run. It's important that if you want to change the character, you go ahead and get your donations in because there's not very much time left on that.
Windjammers is such a unique game. I am so excited for that run. Definitely like a gem that just needs to be shown off. I'm glad that somebody runs that game.
Yes, it is a run by Metroid Master coming up after Bratterfield runs Mega Man 2 The Power Fighters.
Good luck to him, seriously, that's super cool. Alright, so we are now finishing up the end part, and we're going to meet the rabbit. So this is the final spirit that we will liberate, but we can't liberate him until we defeat the final boss, as the final boss will lead us to the carrot, which is the item that we need to bring the rabbit. So as I make my way up the stairs, I'm going to activate my Wraith ability to move the last block that leads to the final boss. So with that, hit this twice, activate boot, and off to the final boss we go, which is the cheapest boss in the entire game because he himself is not hard. It's how many minions he spawns that is difficult to handle. There's just a lot of people attacking you at one time, and so if you're not careful about dodging, you will die very quickly. He also will attack you as well, so on top of all the enemies attacking you, he's also throwing hands. So we have to be very mindful of where our position is. It looks like we're going to be entering this, but it's actually the false conductor, and the rabbit just destroys it immediately. So good rabbit. Very angry, as you can see. But with that, you think that it's all over, but he explains to you that the actual real conductor is out and about, and so that's where we're heading right now. But before I fight him, I'm going to do one last thing. I need to activate boot. We're going to head back to Dr. Father Sir, but we're going to grab this guy to unlock the shortcut. So the reason why we're leaving... Oh, if it'll actually open up. There we go. We have to go change our hair color. Your hair color is actually very important for the end game, as you need to be a redhead, because it allows you to walk into end game mirrors. These mirrors are what show you the final bosses that you've already seen me defeat. They kind of explain how you're supposed to liberate the animal spirits, but once again, since I already knew how to do that, we were able to do it much earlier in the game. So I'm going to head here. Oh, I went to the wrong one. Here. Am I messing around with myself? I am totally messing around with myself. I can't believe I just did that twice. Okay. We're going to head back to the mountains, head back through the beehive area, and there's a path that, once again, wasn't available to us until we got jump. And it'll lead us to a dark cave that has a classroom that has painting supplies. And one of the painting supplies is a jar of love. The jar of love is a can of red paint, or a jar of red paint, I guess, that you need to bring to what they call the Light Mother. The Light Mother is what controls that lighthouse that gives us our hair colors. So right here, we grab the jar of love. Now we're going to head back down, and we're going to go meet the Light Mother real quick. We will only be seeing her for a split second. Since we already know where the jar of love is, we don't need to actually go talk to her to get the hint about it. So let's head this way. Put the boot away, throw the jar of love. Cutscene will activate, and she's going to restore the power to the lighthouse to activate a button that wasn't accessible earlier. Right there. And we're going to turn off our blue hair and turn on our red hair. So that leads us to the final boss and the very end of the game. I'm very happy that this run went really well. As I said, I had really bad practice runs, and even though I'm probably not getting the best time right now, as my boot manipulation has been really bad, my inventory has not been wanting to work with me with changing to the boot. Okay, so let's head to first. Head back up to the lighthouse. Finish this all up. The cool thing about this game is there's a lot of collectibles. We have letters that you can collect. There's also glasses for Dr. Father-Sir that you can collect. And there's eyeballs for the witch that you can collect as well. One day I would love to route out a 100%, but right now, too many things on the plate, but it'll happen eventually. So with our hair being red, let's head to go fight the conductor. I'm going to create a bunch of stuff. I do not need the boot, so we're going to get rid of the boot now so we can have as much room for Titan Eye as possible. No, let's not throw them. I need them in my inventory. Perfect. Woo! So if I'm correct, it takes 24 Titan Eye to kill him. We can only carry 20 items, but he does drop items throughout the battle by smacking his fist into the ground, which is really nice. And no matter what, we'll have 4 that'll drop. So he's gonna spawn 5 minions at the beginning. We're gonna need to kill these 5 minions, and then we're gonna start bombing him as well. If we're lucky enough, we can maybe bomb him at the same time. Oh, that's the first hit against us, which is not good. Oh, that's 2 hits against us. That's 3 hits against us. Ooh! Things are looking a little saucy. 4 hits. Dang it. It's so hard to dodge all of the enemies trying to poke you, jump at you, and shoot bullets at you. But the checkpoint is right at the start of the room, so that's not too bad. And we have all of our items, so it's a quick restart. Alright, full focus, we got this. 2, 3, 4. Nope, got hit again. 5, 6, 7. Oh my god, he's just dropping Titan Eye for us like crazy. Okay. Light up the room. Oh, I was hoping he wasn't going to be coming down yet, but he did. Come on, come on. He has like no health left. And I missed the attack that I need to hit him with. Come on, give me good items. Give me good items. Oh, we got him. He's destroyed. I was trying not to use my Wraith ability because if you use all of it, the whole room goes pitch black and you can't see anything, which pretty much makes it a death sentence. But I saw I had 2 skulls left, and I wasn't sure how much health he had because he was off screen for a little bit, and I wasn't sure how many of my Titan Eye actually hit him. But it ended up being really good, so not sad about that. Also, it looks like we're at 56 minutes. That is way faster than I thought we were gonna. I was not looking at the time the whole run. I've been so worried. Okay, we have the carrot. Liberate the final spirit and finish the game. This is it. We are finally at the end. We have a cutscene to go through, and we will do what they call the climb, which we have to go through all 4 spirits and climb on top of them all the way to the cartridge, which will take us away into the sky. So with the rabbit liberated, we will go meet what they call the painter. The painter is the guy who, I guess, started all of this. Once again, the story is very up to your interpretation on what's going on. I tried to understand as much as I could by reading all the letters and everything, but even I was left with a lot of questions. With the conductor defeated, our hair red, we walk into the mirror. And this is the very final part of the game. This is the painter. He's going to draw out the 4 spirits that we liberated, starting with the monkey, the elephant, partridge, and the rabbit. A portal will open up in the ground, and we're going to walk into this portal. A cutscene's going to happen that's going to be very confusing since we didn't collect all the letters. You're not really going to understand what's going on. Just know that she's finally being set from her grief and her depression and moving on. I love the paintings. I think it's... All right, our final little thing, our little triangle. Oh, I went through it. I didn't even know I could do that. I like skipped straight through the triangle. In this cutscene, you can move Lila around, and it's actually a good idea too, because when these skulls appear in the cutscene, they knock her left and right. If you can keep her in this area where she's at right now, the cutscene will actually start sooner. So I'm going to try to force her in the direction of the middle of the screen. Oh, no, don't push me away. Okay, we almost got back. We actually got really close to being back in the middle of the screen. So the cutscene's actually going to start a little bit. So all these skulls are going to appear, the background's going to shatter, and then a bunch of Lilas are going to appear. And we're going to appear at the very end of the game where the elephant will talk to you for a second, and then you'll climb up to grab onto the monkey, then you'll climb onto the rabbit, and then it'll be time. There's no more battling, no more item collecting, and no more currency. So we're gonna get like a 101. Yeah, thank you all for being here, and thank you all for inviting me here. This was fun. It is 1 o'clock, actually almost 2 o'clock in the morning here, and I am pretty tired. I tried to drink as much coffee as I could to stay awake up to this point. I even tried to take a nap. It didn't work out, right? So at the very end of this run, I'm very happy that it went by as quick as it did and went as well as it did, because I am so ready to get myself some shut-eye, wake up and go celebrate the birthday. Monkey! What kills my like OCD is like I save the monkey first, then the elephant, then the partridge, then the rabbit, but you do it in such a weird order when you meet them at the end. And I was like, no! I want to do it in order for some reason. Alright, so time's going to be coming up as I reach the top of the ladder, so I will say time in 3, 2, 1, time. Oh, wow. Whew, that was nice. Very happy to have this done. Also, for having Monolith of Minds here and everybody else who's been here, thank you to the staff to set this marathon up. I would say thank you to the Lila community, but I'm the only speedrunner. I personally routed this entire game myself. I found all the exploits myself. This is kind of just like my love letter to speedrunning. I do that with a lot of games where I will just find just a small indie game, and then I'll route it, beat it, have fun with it for a little bit, try to get a good time and move on. But Lila ended up staying with me for a while, so I love submitting it to marathons, as it's a really fun game to play, and it's very unique. The combat system is very different compared to other Metroidvanias. The art style is very nice, and also the developers are great people. So to be able to showcase their game to a crowd of people, to maybe get one person to buy it, it warms my heart. But with that, guys, I am out of here. I appreciate you again. Have an amazing rest of your day.
Thank you so much for that great run, Song of Soil. That was Song of Soil with Lila Skyark, everyone.